sir.
I like the. Tell me about the cover.
So the cover, man, is crazy because I was working for Rancho Park and Rec District. So when all this stuff was going on, you know how you get like a cluster of thoughts. So all these thoughts is going through my head all the times perception was thrown at me because now my mind is on this, right? And I thought back and I started rolling, man. I ain't gonna lie, I fell out. I was working for Park and Recs and we're building this park over off of Mather. So there's a bathroom there that they open up at 7 in the morning,
Right.
and then they lock it back up at nighttime. But they have a dude that comes to do it. At the time, we're going through budget cuts. So there's only one dude, and he's going to all the bathrooms, and he cleans it and whatever else. So one day I come to work, and we're building this park, and my supervisor shows up in a white truck. She's like, Terrell, man, come on here. Mind you, at this time, I'm working for a temp agency. So I'm not really on yet, but I'm trying to get on. I'm busting my ass, right? So I run over there. She's like, hey, Terrell, how you doing, man? Thank you. You've been working really hard, man. We really appreciate you, but wanted to talk to you about something. So as she's talking to me, this other guy pulls up, and it's the guy that cleans the bathrooms. So I'm like, man, what's going on here, man? I go, you all right, man? She goes, well, no, I just wanted to talk to you, get something clear, you know? So the guy walks up, and she goes, so what's the problem, Bob? Bob goes, yeah, man, I just wanted to address you. You're going in there and you're taking shits and you ain't flushing the toilet. I say, what? I said, man, I ain't took no shit in the bathroom, man. What are you talking about, man? He goes, I know it's you, man. I say, bro, this can't, I'm laughing. Like, this can't be real.
That's wild.
Right? I say, this can't be real, right?
Right.
So he doubles back and he goes, it has to be you. Mind you, there's 4 other people I work with, right? I'm like, what about them? He goes, nah, man, I seen you go in there. It got to be you. So now I'm like, hold on. So what are you, the bathroom monitor or something? Man, what's going on, man?
I shit in the bathroom.
Right? So the supervisor sees it starting to get hectic. She calms it down like, Terrell, don't worry about it. I'm just going to address this real fast, right? So I go, what time do you open the bathrooms, man? He goes, well, I open them at 7 in the morning. I said, we're not even here until about 9. So I said, could somebody else be using those bathrooms before me? Is that a possibility? Right, and I know damn well I'm not going in here to take no shit. What we used to do, we'll hop in the truck and we'll go to the store. We ain't using that bathroom, right? So that's what really pissed me off.
You don't clean that goddamn good that I, nigga, I want to take a shit at the park, nigga.
Here today, it's at
nigga,
the park,
I'm saving this, nigga. My stomach I hurt all day until I get to that park.
So
yeah, I want that metal seat on that ass. I want that.
Man, this shit looks disgusting, right? And I'm looking like, man, this dude hella disrespectful, right? Yeah, so she goes, so what are we gonna do? And I say, well, ma'am, I'm telling you, and I'm mad because I'm only on my temp. So I'm like, man, they gonna fuck around fire me for this dude thinking I'm taking shits in the bathroom, right? So I go, ma'am, I'm being real with you, ma'am. I said, I ain't took no doo-doo in the bathroom, man. I said, I don't know what dude talking about, man. He goes, well, we can agree to disagree, right? Just make sure you clean up after yourself next time and walk off. And she looks at me, all right, we took care of it, good, and walked off. I couldn't believe that. I said, what the hell? So because how big I was at the time, because I got finished playing ball, so I'm about 240, 250 at the time, right? He's thinking I'm going here taking these massive shits and not flushing the toilet. And I couldn't believe it. So that perception was like one of the funniest perceptions I ever had in my life. Like, this dude really thinks because I'm a black dude, he see me probably eating my ribs or something at lunch. I got to be the dude going there and taking these massive shits.
But it's first of all, you should never have to defend or discuss what goes in a toilet.
Come on, man.
Because he couldn't say you left a tampon in there.
Nah, you just took a big shit and flush it next time or some shit. It
was
some crazy
that
shit,
whole
man.
conversation, see, that...
I'm trying to tell you, man.
I would have to beat dude up. I ain't gonna lie. The conversation, I would have had to beat you up.
No, God, don't, man.
Don't think I'm a better person than that. For that type of conversation.
Yeah.
Nigga, you clean shit for a living. If I was leaving big shits in there, you clean shit for a living.
Yeah.
I'm a school bus driver. Your kid could get on disrespectful.
Yeah.
He's still going to make it home safe.
Yeah.
Your kids could get on musty.
Yeah.
He's going to make it home safe.
Yeah.
Your kid could have a different religion. He could, whatever. Your kid is going to come home safe.
Yeah.
I don't distinguish over, that it was okay for that kid not to come home in one piece because this. No. I bring disrespectful kids home the same way as I bring the angels.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how they go. That's not even something. So you clean toilets. That's wild.
But what was going on? See, that I was young. I was about early 30s, 31, 32 or something like that. So back then, I didn't think past a closed door.
Right.
So now that I'm older, I can think past a closed door. What was going on is, man, I was busting my ass so much, they was getting ready to make me permanent. They got wind of that. So when you get these little tight-knit city jobs where they only hiring one dude a year or something like that, they have a buddy that they want to get on.
Yeah.
So what was going on, he was trying to smut my name a little bit to make like I was doing something. So I wasn't doing nothing wrong as far as work. You have to double back and say I'm taking the doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? The overly large doo-doo in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You come back and really, we got a meeting about this in a park. You know what I'm saying?
But how degrading is that?
Come on, man.
To tell somebody, no, I have a decent sized shit and I put it in the correct place.
Yeah, for
and
real,
I dispose of it like a fucking human being.
For real.
I'm not
for real, man. For real. For real. So
now
that I think about it, it's like, damn,
what
it's
other
crazy
race
shit.
of person could have that conversation? Could an Asian have that conversation? Could a white person, like, that'd be on the news if a white person had to explain.
Dude, come on. Come on now. It's crazy.
Relieving themselves.
Yeah. It's crazy. But like I say, you put in those situations, especially when you working with those that kind of don't look like you. You know what I'm saying? That perception is going to be all the time.
That story...
You know?
You could have said that story happened in the 50s.
Oh God!
I know how young you are. That's the thing. That's a conversation from the 60s,
Right.
the 50s, the 40s.
Yeah.
I can't believe that conversation happened within our lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a massive. So that's not all racist shit. It had to be the big black guy shit. Not that I got you on camera. Not that I got proof. The size of that has to be an African American. Do you know what kind of conversation that is?
I'm telling you, at the time, man, I almost fell out because I couldn't believe it was like some of this stuff, man. God is always on time, like always. I want to say that.
D.L. Hughley said, "This quote is so serious." He said, "The most dangerous place for a black man is in a white person's mind." Because in a white person's mind, you're resisting arrest. In a white person's mind, you need 6 bullets before we know we shot you to calm you down.
Yeah.
In a white, you get what I'm saying? George Floyd needed 8 minutes of neck time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oscar Grant had to get shot with handcuffs on. That's how dangerous, like handcuffs are for every other race.
Got you.
But not Oscar Grant was probably 180 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, Oscar, man, that was folks right there, man. West Oakland, stand up.
Yeah,
for real, man. That was good peoples, man. That shouldn't have went that far.
Yeah, but in their minds, it's got to be so that's why even if I wasn't a comedian, I would still have to tap dance.
Yeah,
I'm too big. Even in school, it was like that. I went to mostly nothing but black schools. But I've been this big my whole life.
Yeah.
Pretty much after the 4th and 5th grade, I was bigger than every teacher that taught me. But if the little skinny kid, like I went to school with Ron and them, if they get mad and they throw a window up against the wall, that's a 120-pound kid.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I boil up some toilet paper, they be like, that big ass kid, it's security guards coming in the room.
Yeah.
To grab a 5th grader.
Your size,
you get what I'm saying? And that's my dad told me early on, he was like, you gonna be bigger than your brothers. He was like, ain't no police gonna sit there and argue with you.
Nah. I ain't doing that.
You got a different situation.
Yeah.
When no women call the police on you, you might get killed before she admit that she started the argument and she trying to hit you. You know what I mean? You'll be dead and gone.
Well, that's the perception that takes over that mind. And like it's another story in my book where I talk about when I got arrested for drugs, possession of cells. And don't get me wrong, before that, because I was staying with my auntie at the time. So at the time when I was staying with her, shit was really shaking. I wasn't really getting the stuff I needed at the time. So in my head, just like any other youngster, man, I'm going to do what I need to do to have the shoes and everything else everybody else got, So I had to start selling drugs, right? So this corner I used to sell drugs on was in my neighborhood. So I used to go there, get my money, but I'm there almost every day.
Right.
So I remember the OGs telling me, like, youngster, man, you tripping, man. This is the hot corner, man. You tripping, right? So one day, I'm not even doing nothing because I had a job at Berkeley Iceland, too. Mm-hmm. So
I used to go there to skating ring.
Come on, man. Yeah, we used to tear that thing up. That was our spot. That was my first job, right? So I got a check in my pocket.
I used to live on Stewart Street.
Okay, it's not. Yeah, it's right there. So I'm waiting at the bus stop, and at the time I had a little girlfriend I was messing with. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to get stuff for our vest for the prom.
Right.
So I'm getting ready to get on the 57L, right? The 47. The 47L go down Shattuck. So I got to get downtown. So as I'm waiting on the bus, I ain't selling no drugs today.
Right.
Today I haven't sold no drugs.
Right.
Right. So as I'm sitting there, all of a sudden I see his police car pass by. Boom. So I'm looking like, damn, dude was going hella fast. I see another one come back the opposite way. Boom. Right. All of a sudden out of nowhere, this dude hops the fence. Tackles me, man. I had some Pringles. I was a fat little kid at the time. I had Pringles and I had a 50-cent soda. That was like my drug meal right there, right? So my 50-cent soda, my Pringles. Dude slaps my Pringles. Get those out of here, right? So I drop all my shit. They arrest me, and I'm like, man, what's going on, man? My prom is coming up.
Right.
All my shit is coming up to graduate. I got my scholarship waiting on me the whole nine. So I'm like, dude, what these people doing, man? So I can hear a lady outside the car. She goes, man, well, we didn't find nothing on him. She goes, he had a check stub in his pocket. So she's basically saying something about it. There's another dude that come, and he goes, I think it was Officer Wong at the time. He goes, he's Charlie. So I'm like, what does Charlie mean? I'm in the back seat like, damn, because I'm a kid. I'm still a kid, so I'm nervous. And I'm getting ready to cry and shit. Like, damn, what's going on, right? So he gets in. He goes, how old are you? And I had just turned 18, February 13th. So this happened like probably the 17th or something like that, right? And when I say my age, he slams the door. Yeah, he's Charlie. We taking him downtown. So in my head, I'm like, man, you're going to have to let me go. I ain't had nothing on me. I got a check still in my pocket. I got the little $200 and something I had for my check or whatever else, right? So when we get downtown, dude's like, man, hey, man, you signed this paper basically saying that you was selling drugs and come back to court later, we'll let you go. And I'm like, what? I said, man, I wasn't selling no drugs. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I was selling drugs before, but not today.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I'm wondering if they trying to get me to say something so I could do all this other stuff, right? So I'm like, nah, I ain't signing that, man. So dude like, well, are you going to be here? And this is going to be a long night. This is on a weekend. Happened on a Friday. Right? So he said, you going to be here until you see a judge on Monday. I've never been arrested or nothing, so I don't know shit.
Right.
They put me in North County, in that raggedy-ass jail in North County, right? So I get up there. This is hella funny, man. I was the only one with a jacket on. So I had a jacket in that motherfucker. They thinking I'm a king. Right. Like, bro, you got that jacket, man. Can we share that motherfucker, man? I'm like, what? Hell no. It's hella cold in North County, right? So I go through that process. Monday come up. I go downstairs all the way down to this little basement. I kind of feel like it was the basement, I think, if I remember correctly. A lady comes out. Her name was like Miss Jackson or something like that. She was a DA. She come out and she goes, hey, man, we know that your graduation is coming up, because it's all I've been telling these guards. Like, bro, I gotta get home, nigga. I gotta graduate. I got a scholarship on the line. I gotta get the hell up out of here, right? So she brings that to me. And mind you, it's a black lady. She like, hey man, we know you gotta graduate. You know your prom, your graduation is coming up. And she goes, it's gonna be a long time before you see a judge to really handle this case unless you can bail out. Mind you, I ain't got no money like that. I can't bail out, right? I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, are you serious? She goes, well, they got you on possession of sales, man. So if you just sign this paper, we'll OR you, right? And you can basically go to drug diversion, and you don't have to do no time. Mind you, I already been sitting down for damn near a month already, because they shipped me to Rita. I did time in Rita too, so they double back. Yeah. So I'm going back and forth to court. So everybody there is telling me they're going to let you go, youngster. Right. They're going to let you go. They ain't got nothing on you. But every time I went back to court on this motherfucking Bluebird, hella early in the morning, this lady, I'm seeing the same lady, and she continues to tell me to sign this paper. Like, sign this paper, man, sign this paper. Right? And I'm like, fuck, man, my graduation coming up. So I got some of my folks, man, I went to school with some of my female partners. They was doing my homework and shit, keeping me up to date in class. So I'm sitting there, I'm stressed. I'm like, fuck, man. So I say, fuck it. My last little court date I had, I signed the paper. They OR me, go back to Santa Rita. This is the craziest shit ever. You go back to Santa Rita, get out of jail, and they give you a fucking bar ticket for like $1.10. I gotta go all the way to Oakland. So you want me to hop this shit to get back in trouble again, right? So make a long story fast, man. I end up doing that. I OR'd. I went off to college. But while I was in college, they had me coming back every 3 months to P-test and go back to court for drug diversion. So I've been doing this shit for like two years now, right?
Damn.
So it get to a point where we got a big-time football game out of state. So it's either come to court, go to this football game. So I don't know what to do. I'm just hella stressed. My coach kind of sitting on my face like, what's going on? I tell him everything that's going on. He like, nah, man, you coming to the game. We'll take care of this shit later. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the game, played in the game the whole 9, and I ended up leaving and going back to court. They tried to, as soon as I got to court, they detained me. Instantly, I got to detain me. All right, man, putting me detained because I had a warrant. Yeah. So just so happened, man, I had a black judge. So I'm telling the judge, like, man, I was in school, man. I had a football game. They tell me to shut up. The judge is hearing me, though, but he's acting like he don't hear me. So at the end of everything, he doubled back and called me back up. He goes, man, young man, what was you saying about college? I say, man, I'm in college. I say, they got me coming down here. I had a football game. My coach told me to go play in the football game, not come down and take care of this later. And now I'm being detained. I got to go back to school. All right. And I say, man, I didn't even sell no drugs, right? He say, young man, I'm going to do you a favor, man. I'm going to go to the back. I'm going to go to the back, and I'm going to check out your history. I want to see what's going on. He went back there about 30 minutes later, man, came back and was like, I'm so sorry, young man. He goes, none of this stuff even makes sense. I'm reading this right now. He goes, this don't even make sense, man. This now he starts going through everything. So he gave me the paper how to seal my record. They did that all right then and there. Seal my record. It was another yellow form where they had me, I think, so it's another thing. It's two things. You seal it, and then you do something else. And they end up doing all that, man. But that's end up how I portrayed out there. Yeah, man. That was some real shit. But perception at that time, because I'm sitting on the corner, every bus stop is on the corner. Right. In Oakland, every bus stop is on the corner. So no matter what you're doing, your perception is that you got to be doing something wrong, and that's what we're going to do. Even if we don't find nothing wrong, we're going to create something wrong. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of my folks in Oakland and shit is trapped in Oakland, because this happened to them too. You know what I'm saying? They found a way to put a case on you. If you get a drug case, there's no way you can get financial aid. Right. So if I can't get financial aid, how the fuck am I going to get out the hood? I can't get out the hood because I need to find. That's what the financial aid is for. It's a fly trap. Yeah. So you caught another trap. So you have that box on the back of your FAFSA form, and it says on there, have you been convicted of any drug crime, felony? If you check that box, that eradicates your whole application right then and there. So how many people that was way better than me or anything else just wanted the opportunity to go to college? Never was, because the perception of what they were doing, in reality, it wasn't doing nothing. Right. But you have these cops just putting it on because they're 18, you don't have no money to bail out, and you have to take this case. You know? Yeah, but it's good. The perception, I like the perception. I ain't gonna lie. When I first met you, I thought you was Jackie's drug dealing cousin. I was like, because Jackie lived in the projects. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She lived in the bricks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's why I got so much love for Cookie, because Cookie is Jackie's sister. Yes, sir. Yes, so that's why I do anything for Cookie, because that's an extension of Jackie. For damn sure. And when I first started throwing comedy shows, Jackie would bring the whole projects across town. Yeah. That's not even on the same side of town. Yeah. She would bring the whole projects, and I was like, they even brought the drug dealer. Because you would come, you would be dressed a little more flyer than us comedians. I'm like, that nigga acting like he about to get on stage. And I'm like, this nigga is fitted and he dressed nice. Yeah, and you with your family, I was like, that's some drug dealing shit. Just be a fly ass nigga around a bunch of poor people. And yeah, and I always thought that, I was like, man, for this nigga to be a drug dealer, this nigga come and do everything Jackie say. Like, yeah, we having a headphone party. Here you come. I'm right here. I'm right there. The drug dealer again. What is this? This nigga, he balling. He got hella time on his hand. Real drug dealers can just do what they want to do. Yo, we going to karaoke tonight? All right, cool. Man. You know, because it's a level of the game where you got to hug the block. Yeah. It's for damn sure. I got family members that ain't never left the block. They still hugging right now. Like Beetlejuice on the block. They could not leave the block. To the soil. They in the soil, man. They in the soil.
So I was like, this nigga got a life. He got his woman, your woman, act like she was a kept drug dealer girlfriend. But you would come to all our little comedy shows and everything.
Man, support is everything.
You supported everything.
And support is everything, man. Yeah.
And then when you had Jackie and Lance come up there to
you talking about the youth authority when I was working there? Yes, that was big. That was big, man. Shout out to Lance, man. Appreciate you, Lance, for damn show.
Yeah. So when you had him come up there, I was like, he's a correctional officer? That's perception.
Yeah, perception.
He was on the whole nother.
Yes.
A comedian just bought one of my jackets because he bought a jacket. It say Tristan on the front. He bought it and everything. And I looked on his page. He's a real border patrol.
There you go. Yeah. Perception.
You can't judge nobody like me. People wouldn't think that I'm a school bus driver.
Perception.
And that's perception. And we got to change that perception. But we need to see brothers like you could be professional, have a great career, provide a beautiful life for those daughters that you have, those cheerleaders you got. You know what I mean? And that be the reputation of a town cat.
Yes, sir. There you go. That's as a black man. I was telling my wife, man, not too long ago. I love cutting grass. I love to cut my grass, right? And I'll do it. Sometimes I cut my motherfucking grass twice a week. That shit. Look, I ain't gonna go cut it. But in reality, what I'm doing is I'm setting the tone for my neighbors or how they think of me, their perception.
Right.
Because that's the first battle I have when I walk outside is their perception of how they view me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so this ain't gonna have no trap house
we ain't got no trap house look at all.
This ain't no I barely moved up in here.
But at the same time, what I'm doing is I'm putting the pressure on my neighbors too. Damn, you see how good his lawn look? Cut that lawn, babe. You best believe it because I'm doing it. You're going to see other people doing it too.
Right.
Because why? I'm not going to allow that brother to outdo me. And I start playing mind games like that and you see it. You can see it happening. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. But it's the perception of I can't lose to that dude. You know what I'm saying? Or he's cutting his line twice. So his line look nice. My shit look nice too. Right? Or the perception of you don't own your home.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I had a dude, my neighbor at the time, he comes to me and my dog, I got a cane corso. So my dog, he gets a little loud sometimes if you get close to the gate on either side. So the dog is barking, and he has a dog too. His dog is nibbling at the gate, trying to get through the gate. And I keep telling him, I say, I don't think y'all want your little chow wow coming over this gate because my dog ain't going to have it, right? But I'm letting you know. He's like, oh, man, I'm going to call your landlord, tell your landlord you got that big old dog over there. And I'm like, let me give you his number, man. It's 510-697-70. Right? He calls it. My phone rings. I say, yeah, it's me. I'm so sorry, man. I didn't know. And it was all that. And I just say, you know what, brother, it's all good. God bless you. I got to roll. You know what I'm saying? I left him stinking right there, you know, but that's the kind of perceptions you have in life, you know, as a black man, a black woman, or a black person, or a person of color, not just black. Person of color, man, is more like you're not on that level that they're on. Right. In reality, dude, you're renting your house. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you thinking I'm renting my house because you're renting yours. Right. So I can't be no better than you. You know what I'm saying? Right. In reality, I am. Right. And I'm not saying I'm better, but I'm handling my business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's a good, and people, this is what Oakland, California look like. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's some real dream chasing a lot of times. But I feel like the cats that have represented Oakland had did it with some tact. Sure. Too Short, no matter what. He never rapped about killing people.
No. But he did it his way.
Even when he talks about women, he's saying this is somebody that didn't fix his teeth until the 4th album.
He didn't give a damn.
So if you really listen to Too Short's music, is have enough game and have some confidence. That's just a girl.
For sure.
Do you know how many people are in jail over a girl? Over one girl. Over one girl that was humping on 5 different dudes.
A lot of them.
And they decided to kill 3 of them.
I talk to them dudes every day.
Every day. And now she outside. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So when you listen to Too Short music, you got daughters, and shoot, me and my father-in-law, we like best friends. We go to Too Short's concerts because my cousin is Too Short's DJ. Yeah. And it's like this isn't degrading women. This is game. Yeah. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
A lot of game from the album.
It's a lot of game, and it's like he knows if it didn't work out between me and his daughter, I don't gotta beat her up to keep her. Nah, she could go her way. I ain't gotta I ain't got to get her on drugs to keep her. I ain't got to beat her up to keep her. I ain't got to tell her to feel bad about herself to keep her.
Yes, sir.
What ain't meant to be ain't meant to be. You know what I mean? Yep. And I get that from Too Short music. You get what I'm saying? And that's that perception. You get what I'm saying?
You heard what he said. Let me holler at your partner, kick some game in his ear for a minute.
Yeah.
Quit playing about how you can't spit it, huh?
Yeah.
Because you ain't got it. You got what it take, but not enough to get started. Huh? Come on now.
Too Short say? Even when people show you no respect,
for sure.
be intelligent when you put them in check.
For sure.
Because when you ignorant, you get treated that way.
There you go.
And when you throw you in jail, they got nothing to say.
Come on now.
It was like, I'll be getting paid, you be paying the cost.
So we grew up listening to that, and it was like they put an image, not an image, man, reality of the fact, man, if you from Oakland, man, we can go anywhere.
Yeah.
We can go anywhere and make it. You can't
so
stop
much
us.
game in a Too Short rap.
Yeah, for surely. You know what I'm saying?
Blacks can't be white and whites can't be black.
You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. That's real talk, man.
With the same color underneath. Short dog in the house, you better listen to me. But that's that game. But people, if they only hear the word bitch, then that's all they hear.
Yeah.
But you got to understand that it's pretty much whatever you can't control, let it go.
Yeah.
It's just a bitch. She don't like you, it'll be another one that do like
you. Yeah, for damn sure.
You ain't got to rape her. You ain't got to beat her up. You ain't got to do nothing. She'll smoke you weed. And maybe the girl that do like you will come up because you such a player about it.
Smooth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but some people only hear that he disrespected a woman.
Well, it's a perception.
It's a perception.
And it's their bias of what they're hearing. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, my grandma was like that too. Man, turn that shit off.
Right.
My auntie, I don't want to hear that. Majority of women back then. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to turn it. Because there was so many B's and biatch and all that being said. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of smothered the message you was sending. You know what I'm saying?
They had the verses with Tank. And I see the direction he was going with the maybe I deserve for the woman to do all the dogging him out. But at the end of the song, he said, maybe I deserve to put on my jacket and chase you down the street. That's jail time.
Yeah.
That's somebody's daughter getting, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So Too Short wouldn't say that, you know? Too Short say, I'll just call you a bitch and let you go. You get what I'm saying?